AJG just didn't quite hit the goal in at the last moment, which would have put them into a lower bracket, and his first match in front of the crowd would have been in that lower bracket where he was on his last life, but instead he's in that upper bracket again here after crazy drama in the day before crowd.
And honestly, I think that the crowd is going to back him too. They're playing Falcon.
I think so.
Who's a favorite? Vitality's underdog, so it's like fun to root for Zen.
I mean, hey, he's an honorary American, and he earned those stripes in this building, in this arena. Let's see how it goes. Folks, these are the 4 matches we're going to play today. We'll have Ninjas in Pajamas versus Shopify at the end. Carmine Core and GK right before that. NRG is sitting on deck waiting for the results of our first match, which is ready to go, folks. Boston, get up and get loud. It's game day.
It's time to kick off the playoffs! Introducing first on the blue side, representing MENA. They are #1 from Group B. They are MENA's crown jewel. They are Team Falcon!
You know that AI picture you posted? My mom thought that was real.
Haha. We look good, don't we?
You do look very good, but...
It didn't change much, so I figured I'd put a nice photo of us.
No, I look so skinny in it.
You told her I got a new job?
No, not yet. I was telling her about my hopefully new job at Planet Fitness.
Mm.
Yeah. So Colton just got a new job. He got hired by the man's
World champion, grand finalists have added the best European.
Not a
player over the past-
dispensary.
Probably the best
Yeah, it's not a
player
dispensary.
in Rocket League over the past 2 years.
The company that
This guy
supplies
won
this
all- he won a
dispensary.
World championship. Drolly, he chose to leave Europe. He chose to leave.
I'm so excited, I can't hide it.
His best chance
Very
to
happy.
get a win again.
And I'm very
And
happy
they're
for him.
looking good. It's been a slow start at times, but they're picking it up at the perfect moment.
Yeah, I mean, they still do exactly what you expect out of teams under the brand of Falcons does. Play offense, they fly high, they pressure you, they demo, and they convert. And when they get up, they do not let their foot off the gas. Exactly what he has done. And then Clears, he stepped up big time last year.
My favorite thing to note on the mental side of all of this is the Twins are no longer sitting on either ends of each other. They put Ruas into the middle. This is the best he's played. So in significance, right, this means he has now stepped up as the leader for the Falcons.
What a story. What a story for this team. Getting the furthest, setting history the way the Falcons did last season in the Raleigh Major, becoming the first team ever from not from Europe or North America to win an RLCS Major, and then becoming the first team in history to make it to the World Championship Grand Finals, not from Europe or North America, and yet they come out of that with as strong of a team as they do, and they say, we want to make it better.
And they had a tough group. They had like an early loss, but when the pressure was on, they took it to GK, and Falcons are looking fantastic.
And their opponents on the orange side, representing Europe. They not only survived, they conquered Group C. Please welcome Team Vitality!
I mean, you hear the crowds, and they still love him. They still love him. They remember all the way back to home. Oh, man, he knows. Listen, he likes the Gaddis Arena. This is where he was born at. This is where the legacy began. And the fans, they still love him.
He was a rookie. He came out, and he won over the crowd and won it all. And he's back. He's playing at his best that he has in 3 years.
The gameplay's made it a little bit questionable, but right now there's no question, Herc, this is still the age of Zen.
There's absolutely no questioning him. Zen is back. And alongside Exotic, alongside Stizzy, the thumbs up are there, the smile is big. This team could be the people's champions.
Yeah, we got Exotic, world champ MVP. When the lights are the brightest, he shows up with his shooting ability. And, of course, the most improved player of last year, Stizzy, showing up, joining Vitality. The elevation in his game over these past 2 years has been phenomenal.
And Stizzy has experience going up against Falcons in a tough environment in a grand final. I mean, it didn't go out in his favor, but that's what it takes. Sometimes you got to learn. Sometimes you got to take a little bit of loss in order to reach that next stage.
Oh, we were talking about this yesterday. You just saw it on the little stat sheet next to him. His best land result is a second, and it's when he was in Raleigh in the grand finals against this team. He was the team that lost when Falcons made that history, made that historic run, and became the first team from another region to win. So he's got an extra reason to pop off right here, right now.
Exactly. I mean, he's not in a necessarily unique position. It's really only Zen who comes onto the stage and automatically wins. Everybody else usually loses at least once, has to learn what it takes to win and come back. And now Stizzy joins, and he's joined Exotic, and it's gonna be great.
Look at the head-to-head. I mean, it truly is that dramatic. It is that deep.
Oh, me, oh, my.
Oh, exactly. That is the best way to describe it right now. What I'm excited most for, though, is I want to look at that demo stat. Zen outdoing him almost by double, just over double on it, is showing a new level of aggression that we have not gotten from him in quite some time.
Yeah, Vitality's been physical this entire tournament. #2 in team demos. That's a little bit unusual. But Falcons are also doing it. Maybe not killers, but the rest of his team is. They're #5 in demos. Both these teams leading in a bunch of categories. Top 5 in offense, we have #3 Vitality, #4 Falcons. In defense, Vitality is #2 in the tournament, Falcons are #3. So even though Falcons had a loss in their group, they still dominated pretty much outside of that. So Falcons, yes, they have a loss, but honestly, that probably favors them a bit because they can learn from that. They still won their group, and they'll take it here.
And true, and Vitality, I mean, they're early tournament merchants at this point. Ever since they really had that run back in 22-23, it seems that they usually do actually pretty well early on in the tournament where they switch now in groups. And then when they get to this point in the tournament, they end up kind of collapsing. It's not necessarily the same level. We talked about the Zen birthday bump yesterday. It took incredible plays to beat Carmine Corp. They're going to have to do it again if they want to be successful.
Notably, it is no longer his birthday.
It's birthday month, birthday week, whatever you want.
Okay. Well, we'll find a way to rationalize it and make it work here.
The cope.
Chat, let us know who you think is going to win in the progressive fan vote. #FLCN for Falcons, #VIT for Team Vitality here. Vitality looking to continue the story they built last time they were in this building, and what a way to start it would be if they were able to take down Falcons.
Yeah, so both these teams as well, like in the upper bracket, they do have 2 lives, so even if you lose, you're still playing tomorrow. Oh, but this is such a great matchup. Vitality, again, they were considered 3rd, maybe 4th best in Europe, but they come out of that group. The hardest group in RLCS history, 3-0, is huge.
We talking so much about how good this Falcons roster is, but surprisingly coming into today, Vitality is the team with the better win-loss record here. Did that loss to Furia make you question how you evaluate this Falcons roster at all, Gibbs?
So my one concern is probably the offense was very quiet throughout that match. Obviously, we talked about it, 5 games, they scored 6 goals, and that's unexpected. Even with Raleigh early on, they weren't figuring things out. They would lose the first open, and then, like, it was a difficult road. But, like, if I was a team, and if you were saying, like, I could win a group 3-0 or 2-1, I'm taking the 2-1. Because it's a quality loss, you get to learn from it, you figure out a lot more. But if you're perfect, it's a little harder to learn from and then get better.
Okay, well, chat, let us know who you think is going to win. We're hearing the thoughts from the analysts up here. We'll make our picks as well. Herc, head, heart, how's it going? Who you going with?
3 years ago, Boston was claimed by one person on that stage, and it still belongs to him. I've got Vitality. Vitality are running it back.
I don't know. I'm looking at the colors of this arena. I don't see any yellow. I see some green. I see a lot of green and some purple. So, you know, I have Falcons winning the entire tournament. I'm maybe not as confident, but I'm still going Falcons.
To be fair, the color's like a chartreuse, which is like yellow-green.
It's more green than yellow.
It's more green than yellow.
Definitely on camera.
Listen, I love both of these squads. I think they are great representatives of the game. They all have great players. But at the end of the day, only one team can come out successful in this particular matchup. And usually I would go Falcons, but I just like what I saw out of Zen and the Vitality boys yesterday. So I'm going to keep on rolling with them. Give me Vitality. They're going to end up being the Falcons right here, and they're going to keep on chugging it along.
They look so good. You don't even know who I'm talking about. Vitality has been fantastic. Falcons has been fantastic. It is right down the middle on this one, though. But I do think I'm going to give the slight edge to this one on the Falcons. They're going to split on the desk. How does the coin feel about it, though? You guys don't care what I think. We care what random chance and fate feels like into the air, and it's going to come down for Falcons on this one. So a narrow favorite on the desk. How's it going to go? How's it going to be? Who's going to be the defining factor in this matchup? It's Zen for sure.
It has to be Zen on Vitality side, obviously. On the other side, I want to see Drawley.
Yeah.
He's been quiet this whole split.
Exactly.
I feel like if they're going to really elevate to be best in the world, it has to be Drawley.
I kind of also, I want to quickly highlight, we've been talking about Stizzy a lot. I want to talk about Exotic. I feel like there's an obvious spotlight on Stizzy. There's an obvious success right now for Zen. We're expecting Zen to continue on. Can Exotic not rise up to the quality of his teammates here?
I hope he does. I mean, you saw smiles on the stage. He looks great, but there's only one way to find out how it ends.
Let's get into it, folks. It's time to kick off Playoff Saturday.
The road to Worlds starts here. Only 8 teams remain from a cruel and unforgiving group stage. And now, surrounded by esports' greatest fans, they begin their march towards glory. But the road ahead is loaded with champions, contenders who have all reached the top of the mountain, and those who have come oh so close, only to come away with the bitter taste of defeat. Former world champion teammates collide with top 4 on the line. This is what champions live for. This is the playoffs, and this is Rocket League! The Swarm versus the Falcons here in our first game of Playoff Saturday in the Boston Major Turtle.
And for this to be the first game, what a way to start the playoff bracket. Team Falcons up against Vitality, and it's going to deliver on all fronts, Jorby.
Talk about Vitality, the desk set it up, you know, in the hardest group, and a quick pause real quick.
A little bait, okay? We're just,
Get in there real quick. It's okay, crowd, don't worry.
just give it a little bit of time. It's too good of a matchup. We got to dangle the carrot a bit.
You know, dangling that carrot, Turtle, we talk about Vitality, the desk set it up, that they weren't even the third favorite out of Europe, maybe,
Right,
to try to win this tournament. A lot of people feeling there's a lot
group
more.
of death
And
is
they
what they
were the
called it.
best in there.
Crazy performance. And I mean, just specifically, if you look at the stats, I mean, they had a top offense, efficient defense, number 3 in goals, number 2 in goals against. And like you said, Jorby, this is out of a group that everybody said would be the hardest out of the whole tournament, and they still showed up. Even in shooting accuracy, 30% as a team. Vitality are locked and loaded, but you cannot forget about Falcons and their history, and also what they proved even after the loss against Furia.
I think even with Drawley coming to the team, you know, replacing TRK, at least the feeling around the community, around the esport is, well, Falcons without TRK, that's just gonna feel
After
weird.
grand finals.
And then I mean, even yesterday, having to fight adversity with Furia, went 5 games, you didn't win, and you still end up at the top of your group. Drawley is looking excellent on this team. Maybe took a little time for things to meld for them, but they're in a great position to get themselves back into a grand final here at an RLCS major.
And I do really like that call out from Gibbs that maybe even the loss could benefit them in the groups. It's very important to get humbled here early and not have to deal with the consequences later on in the playoffs. If you can recover in that group stage, deal with the loss, get over that initial hurdle, then it feels like all opportunities then open up for you into this dire situation where it feels like you can't lose. But speaking of can't lose, this is the upper bracket of the playoffs. Both teams do have an extra life here. If they lose, they will go down to the lower. And then the winner, of course, moving into the semi-finals and setting themselves up for just one more series for that grand. Jorby, how do you feel about this one?
Well, I mean, we talk about Zen and Boston and really going hand in hand. What's crazy is during this event is that he is top 10 in every single statistical category, which does not happen.
He's used to Boston.
It's very rare. Like, usually you'll see a player who is playing very well. They'll be top 10 in a couple of statistics, like 3 or 4, but he is in all 8 major statistical categories in the top 10. He has been performing at Zen-like levels.
Right.
And if you're a Vitality fan, you got to be feeling really great about that. I mean, Zen, he's always performed, whether or not his team results haven't do it. You just watch him play, and his movement, the way he moves around the ball, the way he plays off-ball, Zen is still and
just one of the best players in the world.
Take a look at the stats right now for him individually. And, you know, if you watch that previous series against KC, a lot of people were discussing Zen and his impact on the pitch. I remember listening to James, and he was talking about it was Captain Zen, you know, kind of fixing up and planking the holes at the bottom of the ship that were getting flooded with water. He was the one taking charge. And it's almost poetic, because you start out his entire journey on land. He's back in Boston. Of course, he won that major a couple years ago, but maybe a little bit nervous. It was very new to him. He comes out here, and immediately we can see him taking control of the crowd, cheering everybody on. He has that presence of a veteran now.
And what an addition Stizzy has been for Zen as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Vic chilling, leaning back, and crowd getting the lights up as well. But Stizzy, you know, Turtle, when he was back over in North America on Dignitas, he had made some waves. Always almost clip farming.
For him, it was a matter of controlling the level of aggression that he was bringing. Stizzy was always offensively minded.
He just fits so well in this roster.
Yeah. It's about bringing that level of competition here against Team Falcons, who you can never underestimate.
The Falcons, again, life after TRK, you go and you pick up a world champion to try to be a world champion. That's Falcons' goal. It's a long journey there. It starts here at the Boston Major. But they wanted a way to try to get over that hump. They weren't able to do it in Lyon. And so they bring Rlcs in. You wonder how well they're going to be able to flow. And again, we talked about it, some trepidation early on, but they seem to start figuring it out. That high-flying Falcons offense with the Twins at the center of it seems to be back in full force.
And
the huge test.
The most important thing is how they ended that group stage against GK. I cast that series, and if you were watching any bit of it, I honestly didn't think there was even a chance for GK to take the win. I saw barely any areas they could exploit on the defense of Team Falcons, so tightly knit. Roas, of course, popping off himself, and I just didn't see any area where GK could slip through. If you're Vitality, you saw that series, you might be a little nervous.
Well, Turtle, you know, you were casting in Boston when the Twins played against Zen back when they were on Rule 1 and had an absolutely crazy 12-minute overtime where it was just literally could not take your eyes off of the screen. And now here you are again, casting the Twins versus Zen.
Vitality, yeah. I mean, when they're up against the Twins, you never know if we're going to get another 12-minute world record OT against this squad. I think it does come down to those defenses that they're up against. It's just so hard to get something through, to generate opportunities. Because right now, what we're proving a lot in the group stage is that you can get creative, you can throw yourself forward, and have the mechs. But with how good the defense is, it's going to be hard. Zen right now still amping up the crowd as we do have a little bit of a pause. We apologize to everybody, but we're getting back into this game as soon as possible.
We appreciate everybody's patience. If you're at home and in Twitch chat, no doubt telling us all of your excellent genius takes.
Oh, the takes in there.
Yeah, they're excellent. Give me what your what your favorite topper is. We don't see many toppers in the RLCS. Usually only for me.
We saw some 5 fears, like a little decal action and some toppers.
Well, you know, even in the opens, we saw a couple of players start to get a little more creative.
Yeah.
But, you know, decals are usually like it's stock Tane, stock Fennec. You can't really put stock in.
Got alpha boost in here. I mean, we get kind of traditional when it gets to the higher level of play.
Well, we're seeing some decals, or some more decals and stuff come out from players, showing a little more personality on the field, which is always nice.
And to be honest, if I'm a player right now and I'm getting this pause, extra time to get comfortable on the stage, normally game one, and this is a long series of best of 7, game one can be a bit passive. With how much time now these players have had to settle in, get comfortable, fingers on the sticks, moving around, I can see them coming out the gates flying, Jorby.
A shout out to the crowd. Showing up here at Boston, it's a snowy weekend. It was heavily snowing last night, and it was going into this morning. A little more flurries this morning, but probably more snow in the forecast. We appreciate everyone still making it out here. Make sure you stay safe as always. But, you know, throwing a little snow down, it's nice to get some of that inclement weather outside, even though we're in here safe and warm playing video games inside.
It's nice and cozy in here. They had to trek through the snow. I'm sure it might be different for these players too, depending on where their base and home is located. But they made the voyage all the way out here. A lot of them even boot camped, preparing for this major. As you can see Stizzy on the screen. And this is what it's all about, Jorby. This moment, you worked hard in the split, and you're trying to be dominant at the major, prove you can accomplish anything on the international stage, and both these teams have such rich history that I don't think it's a question whether or not they can take the championship, but we're gonna have to see more.
And both buying themselves an extra life as well. This is in the upper bracket, in this hybrid style bracket, so you do buy yourself an extra life, even if it doesn't work out today. So both of these teams will have a second chance if they can't get it done today.
And I know that there's been a very big debate on this format. A lot of people have been talking about group stage and how the pressure is on. Every series matters that much more. But to me, I think that just sets up a better playoff performance from these teams. If you got something else like Swiss, there's a little bit of leeway to lose here and there. But with how tight-knit and very small margins for error there was in the group stage, I'm expecting just nothing but ice in the nerves from these players as they're used to it coming out of the fire of the group stage.
Well, we're about to get the game started, but for those of you just joining us, we are on a little bit of a technical pause. We appreciate your patience as we make sure everybody is ready. We don't want any sort of issues when we get the games going.
Oh,
make sure it's only skill that decides the result.
Look, people don't understand. It gets so particular. Any slight, like the monitor is angled a little bit weird, there's a screw loose. That is how particular you have to be as a player because you want to make it as comfortable as possible, Rory.
Absolutely want to make it comfortable, but see, Falcons, Vitality will be a tough test for them, but this is also yet another tough test for Vitality. They have gone through quite the gauntlet so far in their group. Going 3-0 is certainly an accomplishment. Now you got to play against Falcons, and really no question, if Vitality somehow find a way to eke out this victory, get one step closer to a grand final, it's one of the hardest paths to a grand final that we've had at a major.
And what a story, too, to make it through the group of death. Then you carry it forward into the grand finals. Of course, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but Team Vitality have shown, especially along with what Zen has done on the stage, that they will go potentially the distance if you give them the chance. Team Falcons looking to deny that quickly in this upper bracket quarters.
There was a little bit of interaction between the players and the crowd during the pause, and we'll get up, take a break, get back into your seats, but I think we're getting a little closer.
I can feel it. I can smell the game in the air.
You can smell it. What does it smell like?
It smells like
victory?
Laundry detergent.
Laundry
I don't know why. I just kind of get that vibe.
I don't know. Do you like the smell of laundry? Don't answer that question. I shouldn't have asked that question.
This is how you know it's been a long pause. If this is what we're talking about.
12-minute overtime, 12-minute pause.
Man.
There you go.
Oh, man.
You're going to get 12 minutes one way or the other.
I'm getting flashbacks right now, dude. That's 12-minute overtime. There's a lot of history, dude, especially in Boston. What are the odds that we come back here and it's Vitality up against the Twins? Love to see the OTs. And now we're going into best of 7. So we might be waiting a little bit here on the pause, but the game is going to, of course, provide all the entertainment, and it will be worth the wait. I can guarantee that.
I saw some fist bumps. That might be a sign that everything is A-okay on the stage. And as soon as we get the go, we will go. And how about it, Boston? I like hearing that. How loud can you get? Get a little louder, Boston. Let's hear you. Good way to kick off playoff Saturday here at the Boston Major. So, thank you. Get loud one more time, because guess what, guys? We're ready to get back into the game. We're ready to start this thing. So let's get in. Let's play some games, and let's play some Rocket League.
Team Vitality taking on Team Falcons. First series of the playoffs. Let's drop in.
Game 1 brought to you by Progressive. We have begun. Zen with a little bit of space to start. Falcons hop right on top of it. Almost had an opening there. Almost an awkward opportunity for Falcons. And pushed right back into it. Zen. He floated right next to him there.
This is exactly what I was talking about, Joe, where you give them a little bit of time. There was a pause. They're eager to go. The engines are warmed up and ready. And you already can see the mechs coming out. Roas looking for a demo in the air. Drawley, nice shot on target. Off the backboard. And here comes the fancy dribbling from Zen.
Foot caught nicely by Drawley. Vitality get a little bit of presence. This opening minute, mostly Falcons. Redirect just got in the way. No save credited, but make no mistake. Likely a goal there for Falcons if Vitality don't get a piece of it there. Killers got the 50 out, but Rlcs seeing Exotic in the area, gonna pull back.
Not seeing too much panic out of Vitality, keeping it close. Solid dribbles, Rlcs. Big dribbles, here he is beneath the ball, and that's gonna be a wide open net, taking it by himself, Rlcs.
And Rlcs gets a beat here, outside of his own corner. Stizzy gets beat. You see Zen, he was creeping up, thinking he could take that challenge. Maybe he was looking at Rlcs, thinking Rlcs was gonna take it. Either way, he creeps up. He was clean beat to the ball. His third man needed time to get back.
You're not sure what Zen was going for. Potentially a fake challenge, maybe trying to get Rlcs off the ball, but he didn't bite. That's gonna be the first goal, Team Falcons. 1-0. Over a minute in game number 1. We said it, it's gonna be a best of 7, a long series.
Killers scooped up here, good challenge. Stizzy turning it into a shot and picking up a demo, just a little too much time. Rlcs using that neutral hop to get behind the ball. Killers bumping his brother out of the way to try to get control. And Vitality trying to get squared back up, but couldn't find that first touch in the midfield. 2 dumps down the field. Killers to the side wall, immediately challenged by Zen.
1v1.
Underneath, good catch and flick, but a great reaction there from Rlcs.
Oh, and he had to catch that perfectly. Still got a flick in. Zen screens open over there on the left side. First goal for Team Vitality.
I didn't get you the first time, but he nailed you the second time. Exotic pulling off of it. Great pass from Stizzy. 61 miles per hour there from Zen to tie things up.
Immediately jumping in the air as soon as that ball crosses the pitch. Zen ready, receiving it well. He's been on fire, winning 50-50. Stizzy, solo play off the backboard, didn't get the double. Zen wanted the follow-up. Gonna be on target. Good 50-50. It's another one for Zen. Bottom left corner, slightly wide, and they're hunting for demos. Killers. Let's get himself out of this one.
Zen's a madman out there right now. He is flying towards that ball. Had a couple of saves early on as well. Not bad for a kid who's got top 10 in every statistical category so far in Boston. Just can't get caught. It was a little wide, and Stizzy got a perfect touch out. Vitality still looking for control here on defense.
Stizzy had to rush to get that one. I think if that was on target, I'm not sure if he would have gotten a piece of it. Definitely getting a bit lucky, but regardless, Team Falcons, a couple of opportunities. Here's Zen, nice catch in the air, 50s forcing it down. Stizzy back up in the air. High flying aerials. Who has the boost? Who has the speed to take advantage?
Falcons get posted up again here in the midfield. Getting clean touches off these challenges as well, but play keeps dying right there on the back wall. But Falcons still throwing a lot of threatening opportunities at the net. A couple of quality saves from Vitality. Excellent bump there from Stizzy. Couldn't turn back on the challenge, then respawns with a boost. Got just a narrow bit of space. Vitality break back out.
I think this is going to be great grounds here for counterattacks. So much boost available out of Vitality. I think I just saw Zen pick up a midfield. You can get a 50-50 win. Still press forward. Exotic slightly out of position, and here comes almost a 1v3 situation. Rlcs doesn't actually contain the ball too well, and Stizzy manages that 1v2.
Haven't talked too much about him, but Exotic, the floor raiser of this team. He's had an excellent plan so far. Has to continue. But Zen has been front and center, has reset, drops it, and saved. Good read from Rlcs, hopping in front of the pass. Vitality, dump and chase into the corner. Can he get the boost? Stizzy didn't get the boost steal. Falcons able to push back towards the midfield line and get back to the orange.
Zen didn't get a touch, but he found a demo. Space will be opened up as a result. Stizzy quickly in the air, winning another challenge. Feels like we haven't seen a couple of shots out of Vitality in several minutes. Their defense has held on strong, though. Potentially baiting in, drawing out a little bit of desperation from Team Falcons. Will they overextend? That's the question. Zen, good follow-up. It's back to the corner of Falcons.
And really solid pushes from both teams. Exotic avoids the bump. Good challenge as well. Nobody around for Vitality to really push it, though. Exotic swing underneath. Doesn't get the boost steal. Vitality trying to push again. Zen with the first challenge. Stizzy sit close to Exotic. Rlcs gets it down, and we got OT.
We got OT. We're very familiar with this one. Vitality of the Twins. Certainly remembering what happened previously in Boston. Will the story be the same? Stizzy hoping to get something in the midfield. Back to Killers.
Killers with a reset. Just couldn't get there in time. Another demo, Stizzy taking Trolley out. And Stizzy going the whole way downfield. Exotic, not gonna find any more. Zen quickly hops on it. That's almost on target. It's dangerous. And everybody committing there for Falcons. It's not over. Exotic back around. Stizzy steals the boost. Gets across it. Zen's gonna be behind. Popped up real high. Another demo, Vitality. Trying to de-wing or clip the Falcons here. Got a touch off the bar. Rebound to Stizzy.
Killer in and out of the net. But hold on a second. Here comes Roas. 50-50 back to Trolley. We just had a huge burst of energy from Vitality. Now it's Team Falcons' turn.
Falcons have the midfield. Off the ceiling. Roas won't get another look at it. No pump either. Stizzy gets an incredible pinch off the sidewall there. Buys Vitality all the space they need to get reset. Then faking out that challenge. No one able to follow it up. Killers with a 50 out, a quick follow from Trolley, and Roas gets deleted, giving Zen a way out. Back to Stizzy.
Just a 1v1 opportunity. Had the shot on target. Killers. That's the follow-up. There's gonna be some space. Trolley up in the air. It kind of worked as an illusion. Doesn't get the double though. Zen just in time, finding a clear, but it's not over yet.
Killers is starting to heat up his first man here on offense. He's had a couple of nice 50s. And you see Falcons, second man, starting to believe in that 50 a little bit more, creeping up on it. But man, Vitality's clears.
Yeah.
They just carry the ball the whole way out, put it back into space, and buy him so much time.
Always looking for Hold on a second. Roas leading out the mid. The follow-up. Shot after shot, nothing's going through.
Well, it's not the easiest angle, but one that you think Falcons should be able to collect on. But that's the kind of opening you're gonna get.
Coverage, Stizzy recover on the sidewall.
He's jumping.
Oh, a little free jump. It's getting more and more dangerous. Both teams in the defense slightly losing the grip.
Whoa.
You're seeing opportunities. That's gonna be a fake for Trolley.
Whoa. Stizzy going flying. Exotic off the corner. Immediately challenged. No hit from Vitality. Maybe some nerves, trying to move fast. You start missing the ball.
Oh, it's getting dangerous, Gorby. You can feel it. The tension in the air. Roas.
Look out.
Putting a shot not on target, but applying pressure. Killers up in the air. Zen has to get a good 50-50 into the corner, and that's the defense that's kept them in this OT.
Great 50-50. All the clear right into Roas. He was sneaking around that area. Falcons have held the ball in the midfield for so long, but Exotic.
Launching it in the midfield, chipping it over Trolley. Roas not in position. And after several minutes of extra Rocket League, we've got Team Vitality taking game one.
Wow, I mean, game one you had both teams able to hold on to the midfield for extended pressure. A lot of physicality from Vitality.
So much.
So many demos that broke them out. Demos that helped keep their pushes alive. Zen getting MVP honors in that, but Exotic with so many time-buying touches and then gets that beautiful catch and shot from the midfield.
But we can't count out Falcons and what they're able to do, not only getting the first goal, but I saw so many moments, especially from Trolley, in my opinion. While he wasn't there for a challenge in the midfield, could be a mistake on his end, but I still felt like he was doing numbers and doing work to at least open up a couple of things. Some fakes even from Falcons. It was not just a one-sided game. Why do you think we had OT for so long?
I mean, you know, you were talking about Zen. You're like, he needs to get a good 50 here, and he just drills the 50 back into the corner, into safety. And so many times Zen was just off ball, roaming around. He was picking up a lot of demos for Vitality. So it was just insane work from Zen in game one.
I mean, that's 19 shots for Team Vitality.
Wow.
It definitely felt like that. Stizzy, we've been talking a lot about Zen, but Stizzy, he was a huge component for the demos as well whenever he was running back on offense, getting somebody deleted from the midfield. Falcons, what's the recovery look like moving into game two? I don't think there's much of a game plan change, nothing to shift too much.
Complete that one shot that you missed.
Right.
It was a tight angle, it was a tighter window, but it's one we've seen Falcons hit before. Killers was really good on point when they got on offense. They had a really great rhythm. Were able to get to the corners. They were able to pressure Vitality. Vitality trying to slow the play down. Falcons didn't want to let them have it.
Yeah.
Anytime they could close space, they tried to and did so successfully. It was just actually getting the quality opportunities, which they did. They were either saved or
Right.
just too tight for it to actually hit.
And it's so hard to even find that rhythm that you're mentioning, Jorby, whenever you've got somebody like Zen who's winning every 50-50 and pushing it into the corner. Oftentimes, whenever you build momentum, it's like all the 50-50s and challenges just keep getting worse and worse over time, but that was not the case for Vitality. Every 50 to the corner. Maybe they'd even get a demo, relieve some pressure. They didn't let Falcons find any groove. It was a couple of burst shots, and then boom, we're immediately back on the counterattack.
Game 2, I mean, I think you're right. I don't think either team is thinking we need to adjust much here.
No.
And
This
we
is
might-
going to be a
might
long
be a long
series,
one if we
I
keep
think.
getting those OTs.
Yeah.
But it was, I think it's really good to see. If you wanted the competitive game of Rocket League, it isn't, okay, now Vitality had all the pressure. Not the case at all. Falcons had tons of it as well. Just about actually collecting those shots right now for Falcons. Vitality, Zen keeps playing the way he is. Maybe too difficult to beat, but Exotic obviously collecting that last goal, catching Falcons moving up. He just got such a beautiful touch to move it downfield, and what a way to start playoff Saturday.
And I'm not too surprised, to be honest. This is both teams who had to fight tooth and nail in their group stage just to get here. And oftentimes traveling in that tunnel, it's like they couldn't even see the light at the end of it. But they were comfortable working under that pressure. And of course, they're going to be comfortable on this stage heading into the next game.
Falcons trying to punch back. Vitality with the toughest road of Boston so far. Draw first blood, Exotic. Pops this up for Zen. Falcons will have to retreat here quickly. Rlcs gets his corner boost. Killers on those small pads. He has to come in to make the stop. No touch there for Exotic.
Zen has to take that midfield boost, run all the way back. Just wasting time. And here comes Stizzy crashing in, intercepting the ball and stealing possession.
You saw Falcons pull off that ball, maybe thinking second man was going to come. They gave up an opportunity there. Airmails it himself.
He doesn't even need the support of his teammates. All alone in the air, past Stizzy, bumping Exotic, and doing it by himself.
See him get that final touch on the hood of his car. Gets on the right side of the ball to just inch it a little forward, but mostly to put himself between Stizzy and the ball. And it works out. Great final touch there from Rlcs. And a great opener here for Falcons.
We even saw several highlight moments from him in the group stage where he would just take over the game. He has that kind of mechanical ability. One's experience. That's half of the Twins now doing work. Maybe the other twin will start to step up here on the field. He's still got to get through Stizzy. The game has only just begun.
Hard rip. Stizzy went the whole way back to his corner. First to challenge, he missed it. Exotic is there to protect the back line. Wants to go quick, that's a heavy touch. Lines up the 50 well, sets up Stizzy, catch. But the release is just right back into Falcons defenders. Stizzy trying to bump Killers, unsuccessful. Still the 50s are in such a tough spot. You see where Trolley is, has to recorrect.
Oh, what a flick.
He does a great job to recorrect. Falcons turn this into goal! I thought this was a dead play, but Trolley just makes a beautiful recovery, flicks it over one, and then the go-ahead demo to make sure you get the goal. And the 50 from Vitality, it looked like they were just going to steal the ball.
And they just found that goal in the mud, Jorby, in the field that shall be found. They were just grinding it out there. Raleigh made something out of nothing, backflipping. Not even sure how they converted, but Exotic's got to convert this one. Top left bin, and Vitality's still in it.
Great touch here from Stizzy, going up against Trolley. Reads Trolley's touch going down and gets the extra touch out to give Exotic a free touch. How about that play there from Stizzy?
Now we've seen what both sides are capable of. Team Vitality, they're not going to take that one lying down. Not even 2 minutes in, we've seen so many different avenues. All of the weapons that both arsenals have. Raleigh couldn't land on top of that one. Exotic up early for this. Nobody else wanted to challenge. A little bit late for Killers, but still going to win it out. And Stizzy for something off the backboard. Team Vitality get more creative. Go for those cross passes.
Vitality's timings are just so clean right now. Quick pass to Stizzy. Slips it underneath one. Rlcs looking for a way out. Gets underneath the ball.
Another 1v1.
Zen punches it right back to the blue half. Raleigh, excellent return back up the wall there. Didn't have any boost, used all of his momentum to get that touch. That was one of those small moments where you're not really looking at it, but a very important one and a dangerous one for Raleigh.
There's just so many moments like that where these individual touches don't get them properly, it will bleed into your defense. Any extra space you're giving up is going to be painful. Stizzy can't get that corner boost. I think Roa stole it, and he's going to get a demo, which means the setup for Raleigh is that much better. You got space, what are you going to do with it off the back? Tab doesn't get it. Keeping this team alive, Vitality. Don't concede.
Zen getting it back a bit again. All three players on Vitality contributing to saving this ball. Blindside challenge from Stizzy. Gives an easy ball for Exotic, but a little heavy. He's forced to give it up.
Oh, he's gonna go for the bump. He's gonna go for it. Raleigh has to catch on the flip. Raleigh, killer. Exotic. To the side. What is going on?
Did Vitality should bump each other there? There was a lot that happened. Somehow Vitality aren't down 3-1 right now.
It was like every individual player had some part in that, and we're still getting shots on the other side. It's Vitality's turn. Oh no, Stizzy just bumps in. It's gonna be awkward.
Got it anyway. Vitality, they're trying to move fast. The Falcons force you to play at an up-tempo. You see Vitality, they had tried to slow it down. I think they're done with that. Moving through, got the demo. All far side. And you know what? Killers missed one, so Vitality missed one. That one's not in either. Exotic, heavy catch. Nothing he can do with only 17 boosts. As Zen just forced to kick it away. He'll grab that midfield boost, and Killers looks for a way out.
There is so much chaos on the field. With how much mechanical ability each individual player has, you never know which option they're gonna go for. Is it a solo play? Is it a fake? A flip reset off the ceiling? Just a multitude here for every individual. Exotic has to win this one. Fake from Raleigh, and it's Zen once more. How many times have we said that? Winning 50-50, setting his teammates up. Doesn't look like Stizzy can do much with it.
Love that he got his foot back there. Oh, nice flick from Killers.
That's there.
You
don't even have to worry. He's always back. But unfortunately, Vitality are still trailing. This is Falcons exchanging blow for blow, potentially.
They've held the ball for so long. Vitality have not been able to get this ball in the blue half for a minute plus. This is their last try. Stizzy,
are you
on the ceiling. We're all tied up.
There was a striker in position, ready to punish and capitalize off the good works from Stizzy. Oh, man. Before that ball hits the ground, you never know what's going to happen, but this one, I guess, a bit predictable. We knew Team Falcons weren't going to go down that easily.
They choked them out that time.
Yeah.
They got that second goal and then really never relinquished possession for too long. They had the midfield. Even though we were talking about Vitality's challenges going into safety,
I gotta see that messy play though.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see it again.
It was just flying left and right. It was scrappy.
There was like 4 or 5 cars getting bumped.
Beautiful stuff. And here it is, Exotic in that top left shot. Oh my goodness, this is it. Off the crossbar, Zen saved it. Then it was just continuing to stay in front of the goal for what felt like an eternity, I'm sure, for Vitality.
And they were unable to get that offense going again. 19 shots in game 1 and only 11 in game 2. Falcons, despite having all that possession in the midfield, also didn't have much more in the shot category, only 10 shots. They actually got outshot by 1. But on those counters Vitality had, again, we're not able to extend pressure against Falcons.
Yeah.
They were so much better at keeping Vitality on the back foot and making sure that they were dictating pace of play. Right. You can see Vitality, they stopped trying to slow it down. They were like, all right, we just got to throw ourselves at the ball.
Yeah, and we got to go for that 50-50. Falcons so good in game 2 at hiding their hand, not revealing what they're going to move forward with, how they want to set up the play. Killers over 1, over 2, maybe over 3. Raleigh loses the 50. Falcons starting out game 3.
Dude, Ross using his hood to keep control of it and try for a low crown double is insane stuff. Zen.
Oh my goodness.
Has a lot. Just saved off the bar. It was high. Regardless, you want to make sure it's the safety. Falcons do that. Vitality have the midfield for now. Skips right through the Vitality midline. Zen also feeling pressure behind. Rawas shoveling players out of the way.
Awkward.
Charlie couldn't get a good touch.
Awkward indeed. Wasn't able to waste more time. Stizzy, oh, he's gonna get destroyed on that 50. Almost bled out in front of the net. We've seen the crossbar and the post just working overtime in this series so far. Several shots barely missing the mark. Roas able to capitalize there. Killers back to the corner. This is Falcons basically picking up right where they left off in that previous one.
Oh, Zen touch from Roas. With him in the lobby, no less. Here's Stizzy, he'll catch this one. Give Exotic right back. He saw freeze, Killers, double tap. Defended, but the rebound in front of the box. They saw Killers, didn't want to go immediately. Stizzy still beat by Roas. Trolley, catch. 50 across, Vitality are ready for it. Stizzy had the space. Trying to keep control of it, just too wide. Literal inches mattering in this matchup. If that ball gets even a little away from you, it's a dead play.
I think that was Zen getting demo too. Team Falcons must know how impactful Zen has been for his squad. There's another demo. A lot of physical play from Falcons. They just want to relieve this pressure, make sure nothing can come of any of these opportunities. Raleigh, it's looking awkward, but as I say that, he's just going to the sidewalk, carefully pitching it out. Falcons survive.
Stizzy fakes the touch, gives it back to Zen. Zen a 50 up high. It's still not that awkward. Killers is able to handle it, but it allows Vitality to get some boosts. Trying to build more pressure. Roas will get a midfield boost for his effort. Zen gets bumped off the play.
It's getting awkward. I'm seeing Stizzy in a couple of positions where he's not sure how to read the field. Not sure when he needs to go for this challenge. Maybe he's getting uncomfortable because he's getting bumped out the way like that. Killers flicks past one, but Vitality have set up camp here in the half of Team Falcons. Looking comfortable, stealing boost, getting bumps. You gotta think something is gonna come of this little spurt of offense. Exotic important to the right side, and there it is.
Vitality strike first here in game number 3. As it drops straight down to Exotic, and a great touch out from Zen to make it happen. We're talking about it being able to control it, get those bumps.
It's
That
just
time, not just bumps, it's a good pass right there and caught Falcons in the middle of the rotation.
Beautiful work out of Vitality. Very patient in the corner. Didn't see any double commits, not pushing 2 players to an awkward spot. Just making sure they hold on to, prioritize, keeping that ball in the half of Falcons. And that's the best thing you can do. It's all you can really do is hope for an opportunity to present itself. It did. And it's Vitality, 1-0, under 2 minutes to go. The game has felt a bit sluggish, a lot slower, more methodical for both teams.
Coming back to Trolley. 50 out. Falcons keep possession. Killers makes it look like he's gonna go. Falcons are just looking for a way in right now. 50 right back into Exotic. Exotic will recover, allow Stizzy to come in. A lot of space, Zen's getting harassed on the back line. Will scoop up, Killers has a full tank of boost. Exotic there early, pass underneath, and oh, Stizzy diving in to get that touch and save a shot on net.
Looks like he hasn't pushed the ball, understanding where Falcons want to go with those passes. A little bit telegraphed, but still feels like Falcons have a couple of chances, and he's got an opportunity here. He wants to bump out Killers, he does, but Roas, heroics on the goal line.
And Roas had the full picture there, and even the smoke, he knew exactly where he needed to be. Now keep them within 1. It's not been enough. Turtle, you talked about it, the pace switch. It's Vitality dictating that pace. Falcons not able to just slam their bodies at the cars, but they get a couple and then they run into each other. Trolley, no!
Zen is always in the backfield, the third man that cannot be stopped. Finding a save, getting the 50-50, showing that Vitality will remain at least leading this game so far. 21 to go. What else is there from Falcons?
Vitality scooped Killers up. Trolley scoops it down. Rebound.
Hello?
Goal!
He might be a defensive beast, but if you punch him out the way, you're gonna create an opportunity. Drawley says, see you later, Zen. Give us back our goal.
It's like a game of Burnout. We're just smashing cars into the guardrail. Both teams doing everything they can to just bump players off the play.
This looks pretty good.
One more, double, can't hit it. Falcons Do they keep it going? Fakes that touch. Vitality clear it out. Second overtime of the match.
Here we go. Another OT. No longer battling the clock, but instead trying to create opportunities and force a game to your will. That's a shot on target. Rojas, 2 players diving down on the top of the net. Stizzy back to the corner. Saves that flick. Looks like Falcons are going to hold on. Then another 50-50 exotic shot on target. It continues to hammer against the net, but Falcons stand tall.
Vitality tried to keep the pace up there, but they missed the challenge. Zen, she lets that go. Stizzy recovers off the bump, gives it back to Exotic. Tried the soft touch, a little too heavy, but he got back to his 50. Stizzy, quick draw on the flick, on the flip, excuse me. As Rojas will safely carry this out, but it out again. How many times both teams have been able to do that? I was like, who's gonna get the most important demo in this game?
It's all about the timing. I mean, demos are great, but if you're constantly throwing your foot forward, it might not matter. If you're out of position, Zen is getting so much more deadly in the air. Big demos and still hunting for killers, but Stizzy has space because of it.
Not sure that's the approach he wanted there. Still 50. Back to Zen. Exotic. He's been scoring all day. Can't do it that time. Rojas has him stopped. Zen moving out of the play. Stizzy pops it up. Killers and Rojas both on the backboard. And they'll get that clear, but not far enough. Zen, another quality touch. Gets it over one. Try for the bump. It works out, but Rojas sticks with it. Exotic keeps the pressure up here for Vitality.
This is very familiar from before, but hold on a second. Raleigh managed to get themselves out of that. A lot of times Vitality will get into a chokehold on offense. What got them their first goal, stuck in the corner. How do Falcons find these clears? Is it gonna be from the demos, deleting the third man? Maybe it's the Exotic just ending the game. Fake for Stizzy through the backboard, and here comes Falcons on the dribble.
Stizzy actually bumping Ross out of the way here. This goes straight back up to Exotic. Saw the net. That's 2 touches in a row for Exotic. He doesn't quite get what he wants there. Now Falcons have the ball. 2 on 1. And Sid! Somehow Stizzy avoids. Sure, goal there from Falcons. Now Exotic. Here he goes again. Denied by Killers. He's got no boost.
And the shot.
Sid!
2 players commit. And of course the save is there. Vitality, Falcons on the goal line. Unstoppable. The OT continues.
Killers rolls back around, high in the air, with control on the pop. Zen got another save, has no boost, can't get the touch. Falcons, decent structure right now, but they get bumped again. Well, they have the right idea. They can't just avoid every bump and then they get out again.
Oh my, I am so impressed with Stizzy right now. He's been in that solo situation on defense, just like Zen. He's coming up huge. All these 1v1 plays. Hold on a second. That looks quite scary. Killers.
Oh.
Forced to get a touch. Stizzy not going to pass over to Zen, or actually does.
He's stuck. He's stuck.
They get on the goal line.
Killers was stuck on the back wall. He couldn't go anywhere with no boost. A great touch from Stizzy, leaving Falcons grounded. And Zen puts in the game winner.
What?
Both overtime games going to Vitality.
There was so much time from that touch out of Stizzy. I thought there's no way Zen would even have a shot. Surely somebody out of Falcons would have a challenge, anything to put a hand up, and just nothing. That ball floated, Zen soared through. Vitality strike back. What a game, what a series. And it's in another overtime nonetheless.
Man, I think that game could have ended several times if Exotic gets the touch that he wants. There was a couple of openings there, and Vitality they started kicking up the pace in that overtime. They didn't want to give Falcons any space at all. And then right there, great touch from Stizzy.
How much time he had to? He was it was like,
yeah, well, the Killers had no boost. What was he going to do? He couldn't go anywhere. The rest of Falcons were rotating back. Nothing he could do about it. Falcons call a timeout.
That one hurts. Falcons on the timeout, needing some extra space here, as they only had 9 shots in that game compared to the 17 from Team Vitality. And you'll notice how things quickly shift back. Those Falcons seem to find some type of groove, a little bit of a rhythm. And then Vitality just cut the music and ran through.
Wow, we've got quite the match on our hands. 2 overtimes and a lot of close ones. Something that both teams have really been trying to do, Turtle.
Yeah.
They don't want to give first man on the other team
No.
multiple beats. It's, if you're going to beat me, I'm going to bump you. That way, my team has a clean touch on the ball.
And it's getting so intricate. It's like the timing of each individual bump is so important too, because it's one thing just to go and I'm going to delete this player and see what happens. Oftentimes, we'll see a bump actually benefit the defense because they can spawn back and be in a better position if they have to rotate. So we're getting into the real muddy territory of when do you go for the bumps? How do you go for the physical play? Do you put yourself out of that rotation? And on top of that, I really want to highlight Stizzy. I think he's had an incredible performance so far. In that game alone, I saw him alone with the 1v2. You remember that play?
Yeah.
He had to dodge the bump, still got the save, bounced off the sidebar. We've been saying that all about Zen, but it's Stizzy stepping up.
Stizzy had a great game. The timeout is over for Falcons. Weren't able to get the same amount of pressure that we saw them have. It was more counter opportunities, kind of a reverse of what we saw in the last game. But heading into game 4, Falcons got to try to find a way to tie this series up again. Vitality could put them on match point right here.
Got a feeling it was going to be a long series. Still kind of feels like that. Game number 4, Team Falcons want to avoid match point at all costs. But Zen, I'm sure he is eager to get back into it.
Zen fakes going up the wall. Back over to Exotic. Exotic scoops it up, negative space. Now Falcons really got to stretch to go get this ball, but stretch they do. Killers gets the touch. Zen air rolls back to recover and booms the ball right back into blue territory.
Lovely clear, even better follow-up. But Exotic is demo, that's the timing we were talking about. Actually doesn't come out that efficient or effective for Falcons. Ball still hovering in the midfield. Touch over the sidewall. Raleigh, quick follow-up. Exotic on the slow approach. 50-50, popped up high. Stizzy doesn't win the 50-50 and Zen's alone on defense, but casually clearing it back to Raleigh.
Vitality gonna pick up where they left off here. Dominating the midfield in the opening minute. Roas tried to feather that boost enough. Doesn't matter, second man for Vitality, just gets it clean! And Zen fires a laser right in their face!
I mean, it's an absolute cannon from the corner. He didn't get the first touch on the clear, but that just set him up for the best position possible on the map and fires it.
78 miles per hour. Falcons might start getting a little nervous here after the timeout. Wanted to start on the right foot. Vitality finding ways to trip him up here. Strawley will move across. A couple standout moments for him in the series, but Falcons as a whole unable to get this ball out of the blue half.
And it doesn't feel like Vitality are keeping clears as close as they could either. I mean, oftentimes they'll just boom it down the other side, and even then Falcons won't have too much possession. Here's Zen. It's a big hit, and we'll see what Falcons can do with it. Off the crossbar, down and out. Easy. Wanted to follow it up. It's not going to work out. Raleigh back to the other side.
Oh, that's just just placed a little better. It would have been a goal. Here comes Zen. Couldn't get enough on his reset. Raleigh will bring it down. Move across, quick hit, and immediately defended. Stizzy, you were calling it, Turtle. Last game, a lot of standout moments. There's another great defensive stop from him.
I'm telling you, Stizzy has stepped up huge in this series. The defense, and of course, we know what he's capable of offensively. Such a crazy arc. I remember him back on Dignitas. We'd often say that he just was too aggressive, couldn't hold things down when he was alone. That's not the case. Trying to make a point in Boston. Zen takes that 50.
Dude, Falcons can't get out right now.
I know, they're just stuck. And even when the clear comes through, I mean, it's
right
not
into
like
Vitality hands.
Let's see what happens.
Exotic will go right away from him here. Got to be careful in this area. And a demo smokes everybody. Everyone's a little slow to get back out. Now Falcons can finally take some control, but Exotic protects his own corner boost. Right back out to Roas. Pitches it high. Coming down, he has the read, but it's just too late. Exotic gets in the way. Killers tries to retain possession and Vitality of another defensive stop.
This is why they were number 2 in goals against Team Vitality. You've got to earn it. Did they earn this one or were they giving it?
Well, Stizzy absolutely beat this into his own net.
Stizzy, no, come on.
But it kind of bumps with Exotic as well. He's coming across, and look, we've all been there, and we've all done that. And it happens at the highest level. It happens to Stizzy here.
Definitely a mental hurdle that you're going to have to overcome at this point. Goal right there would have put yourself back into it.
But credit,
Will that affect them?
Credit the Falcons there. They kind of also bumped Exotic. It looked like it chipped the ball a little bit.
Right.
Would have messed Stizzy's approach up. So Falcons do collect that and create that chaos to give them a chance here with 1:30 left in game number 4.
But now Vitality have to work a little bit harder. Push that foot harder on the gas. See what more opportunities they can generate. Exotic faking it over Present. It's going to be a long shot. Just trying to waste boost. Ross doesn't get in front of it. That's going to lead for a shot out of Stizzy. It was a beam on the midfield. Still safe.
It's not like a dump and chase the ball mentality for Vitality. It's dump and chase the cars. So then rip that, then just immediately trying for a bump. Now Falcons are getting a couple of nice deep clears. Gives them some time, gives them some boost, but that pass was right into Vitality's hands as Exotic comes straight back down. Falcons on a way to rip it from him. Trolley had to play ball, and he gets his boost stolen for it. Can't play the ball. Stizzy in the corner. Sets it back for Zen. Zen underneath one. Killers pops it up high and will keep Vitality out as they're getting bumped on the back line. Stizzy buys them time.
As long as they keep this ball in the corner, you never know what opportunity could be resulted from it. 10. Good touch. The defense gets over one. Trolley shot on target. Would have been off the crossbar actually. And Stizzy on the counterattack. Vitality are under pressure. They were coasting for the majority of this game, but now they've got to deal with it.
Good patience from Rlcs to drill through that 50. But Falcons have to wait for Stizzy to push out. Rlcs.
10 seconds.
He's got Trolley on the far side, got Killers underneath, and he almost sniped Killers, who gets back in the nick of time. Zed gets a slight chip on Killers. Vitality, end of regulation. Won't get the touch they were looking for. Instead, Falcons beat by Zed. Trolley down, third overtime of the match.
Another OT, Jorby. We're getting familiar here. I'm sure the players are as well. No more mistakes here. Otherwise, if you're Falcons, you're just going to see a Vitality on match point. Don't want to give it to him early. Stizzy back to the corner. Leaves it for Exotic. We've got Vitality starting this OT with a bit of aggression.
Zen holding his flip. Stizzy steals the corner boost. Killers down, getting harassed. Rlcs gets bumped.
No.
Won't be able to follow it. Killers actually steals that corner. Not going to be enough, though. Trolley has to spend a lot of time getting himself behind the ball. Falcons taking a lot of time to set up this play, and too much time as Vitality get another clear.
Well, I like this approach from Zen. Feeling flip reset.
Whoa.
It's not going to get past the Twins, but they're both flying high. And oh no, Exotic's alone. He's got to get the 50. But they get a touch. Right back.
Trolley collects the game winner. We're going at least 6 here in the first match of playoff Saturday. And that 50, it caught straight out. What was it? Rlcs who got bumped. And then Exotic, he was in the middle of turning, and he didn't expect the ball to kick back out to the middle of the field. And what should have been in the strong side of Vitality's rotation turned into a 2-on-1 and Exotic with no boost.
And you don't blame Exotic for seeing a double commit on the defense from Falcons and thinking, okay, I can push forward. And all of a sudden, you're looking at a 1v1 scenario. In fact, a 2v1, as he had to dodge the bump, jump over the car, and try and find a touch as we take a look at the replays.
Yeah,
I mean, it was crazy. It felt like Vitality were going to comfortably coast the match point. Then this mistake comes out. I can even call it that.
I think, yeah, we'll retract mistake on Stizzy POV there. That when you look at it again, you see how Exotic got kind of bumped back into it a little bit.
And he's extending just to try and get a touch.
And we didn't actually get to look at what caused that goal there at the end. We only saw Trolley's foot, but the actual important part of that goal was the whole reason Exotic was up to begin with was because Vitality had possession, and then the ball kicks out in the middle of the field as Rlcs gets bumped out, and the ball skips out to where he's not expecting. He had already turned off the play, and because of that, it generated that opportunity. So the little things coming home to roost here in this game, and that mistake Trolley was able to capitalize, put it in the net. We're at least going to be at Neo Tokyo by the end of this tournament.
I feel bad for anybody just trying to predict how this series is going to go down, because one game we get 19 shots out of Vitality, 11 from Falcons. Then the next, they're both barely getting to 6 apiece. I believe Falcons actually only had 5 in that game. Back and forth. Everybody taking a punch to the gut, and they're fighting to earn their spot semifinals.
Killers with the shot set up by Drawley. Denied, Zen credited with a save. Exotic getting back downfield. Couple of boost steals. Zen with a 50, leaves it open. And that's about as easy as Exotic has had it all day.
He just can't get past Zen. If he's put in any situation, he is going to create something. That first touch, too, to keep it close, and even force a 50-50 afterwards, squeezing it out to Exotic. That's Zen back on top.
Vitality get the early scoring going. Exotic misses his corner boost. That actually could have been a little deadlier, but they make up for it, and Stizzy gets in there. Helps his team out with a slight touch, no bump. Exotic tracking closely here.
I don't think Falcons are going to be too flustered with that first goal. Very similar to the previous game. Slower start. As long as they keep their heads in the game, they will get out of this one. Raleigh, time to get a better challenge. That's Zen banging it off the backboard. A lot of pressure applied out of Vitality.
Good shot from Exotic, but a better save there from Killers. You almost saw a moment there with a smoke screen almost caused Falcons to stay out of net and get scored on, but the move here, Falcons get right back, 50 back out. As Falcons just off the post, Stizzy with a hard clear back down the pitch.
Let's see how Falcons actually collect this one. We've seen that several times, a huge boomer out of Vitality. Falcons just can't control much of it. They do get on the offensive side, but it's not for too long. Exotic very smoothly carrying it back out, but Killers on the sidewall. Looking for maybe Drawley in the midfield instead. Goes for the 50-50, it passes back.
Exotic will have some space here.
It's a bit difficult.
Has the boost as well. Vitality have third man here in the midfield. Zen just drives into the ball. A rare, quiet moment. I could get loud real fast. There's a wide angle shot denied by Stizzy. Here comes Killers again. Pass over to Rlcs wide. Back to Drawley, he takes it, but not on target.
That looks so good. You can see the striking lane set up. Rlcs didn't decide to turn. Maybe it was a fake. Maybe this flip resets a fake himself. Stizzy has to get a follow. He touches it. And Vitality look like they're under a lot of pressure, but no signs of panic.
They're all on small patch right now, though. Every deep clear gives them a chance to boost up, and they have. As that number slowly climbs back to 100. Falcons keep getting pushed back. Now the corner boost stolen. Back to Stizzy. Killers got the 50, but Zen's there. Again, just nothing really developing right now for Vitality. They get one or two good touches. Falcons find a way to get to safety.
Oh, that's great work from from Stizzy, excuse me. Taking that first touch, getting the boost, and also hovering behind it. More and more importance on these touches out of the defensive side as the time continues to unwind. Vitality have been in this spot before, but they weren't able to hold on to the lead.
Can they do it? He got bumped there. That would have been a shot on target. And that one is, but second man Stizzy, the last line of defense there, found a way to pick up the save turtle.
There's barely any breathing room for Vitality. Just looking for a little bit of oxygen. They won't find it. Killers back on the striking stance. Rlcs, good touch. Dribbles it past into the corner. Just want to lock things down.
That's a huge demo. Exotic, no boost. Oh! Rlcs! He's coming back, trying to make a save, but he ends up goaling.
He just spawned. He's rushing back to get there.
Oh!
Maybe a little bit disorientated. Oh, Rlcs, it hurts.
Exotic, happier for it, but that's a gut punch if you're Falcons. Here's Zen again. Vitality trying to put this one away and put Falcons on ice. Rlcs.
Some revenge.
Trying to dunk him, not gonna happen.
Such an important spot to deny Rlcs. Off the mistake, he's certainly feeling the pressure now. 2 goals. They were able to get back into it previously off that 1-goal game, but now the mountain's a little bit taller. Still, we've seen Falcons soar to even greater heights.
All Vitality have to do is just keep wasting time. Get the touch, dump it into the blue, prevent the counter. Them on the far side, Falcons not gonna get the ball. Zen He's first to it.
gotta take a shot.
Falcons on the ground. They just get the challenge, but also getting demoed. Stizzy diving in as well, and Vitality have wasted tons of time on this clock.
Oh, Zen's gonna grab the midfield boost. Look at the patience. He just pushes himself back. 2 players commit. You can see the desperation out of Falcons. They've got to send a full house. They know Vitality are cruising into match point. 14 to go. If we don't see something here immediately from Falcons, surely a Vitality game win.
Demoed again. They got to score with time left. There's the demo.
Dorby.
And it's not in yet. 2 seconds left for the second goal.
And it's Roas. What a demo! Striking him out of the air. Oh my goodness. That might be a little confidence booster with 2 seconds though. Is it enough?
How do they get the ball on the kickoff? It rolls right to Vitality, perfectly killing the ball. Vitality put Falcons on match point, threatening to send them to the lower bracket.
And that one stings for Team Falcons. You can't help but look back and think to that mistake. I know he was just spawning off the demo, Jorby, but it's moments like that that truly determine the fate of this series with how close it has been. These goals so far and few between each other, you need to be at your peak game in every moment.
And in that situation too, Falcons don't know Exotic has no boost. They don't know he actually has no chance to hit that double.
Right.
Roas spawns and
It wasn't
I
a bad
don't pretend to
game.
know what the comms are in that moment, but they're like,
Look at the
double, and oh. Like if Exotic hits that,
Right.
then Roas probably pops that up and say it's close. He still might own goal, but he might actually send it upwards instead of sending it straight into his own.
You got to
net.
think about the comms for Roas. He's demoed. His teammates certainly are telling him, okay, you need to immediately go for the save. You have no choice. You have to turn completely out of that spawn and rush to get a touch on the ball. And if you're Roas, you're thinking, I just need to hit it once. That's all it takes. But unfortunately, it's not the proper touch. And we'll see if he can put that behind him, as now they've been put on match point.
It has been one heck of an entertaining series to start the playoffs here in Boston. And now Vitality have a chance to knock the Falcons down a peg here on Neo Tokyo.
Vitality looking to build the cage around this roster, prevent them from flying on Neo Tokyo. 2 players slightly in an awkward spot to start out the gates. Dizzy taking midfield boost. We'll see if Vitality can get back into a comfortable position. This is maybe even the 3rd game in a row if they can start out strong, where they've started with a lead, Jorby. It just feels like Falcons have been trailing for so long in this series.
I'll head out to the side. Falcons have been unable to dictate the pace of this game. This match really comes down and
fake.
Oh, hard fake. No one's got boost. Everyone flying down, and might have been a goal somewhere in there, but Vitality couldn't find it.
It's just an indicator that confidence is oozing from the veins of Zen. If he starts peaking, getting into top tier shape. Stizzy alone, he had to dodge a demo. Gets the touch. Here he is again in the backfield, over to Zen. Trying to set up a give and go. Vitality not looking to have any signs of weakness on the defense, which means Falcons, they've got to generate their own chances.
Stizzy on the push. Steal the boost out and take the ball away. Zen was playing behind him. Now let that one fly back for Exotic. Zen makes sure no one can take his.
Oh, look at the space. Roas, good touch. Just keeps some pressure, but an even better control out of Stizzy. Look at what Team Vitality can do, all 3 members. When they're alone, that first touch will be kept within them. Just wasting more time, letting everybody rotate back. And they're still stealing midfield boosts like that. Stizzy, hold on a second, 1v2. You're gonna go for the bump instead. Cleared out. And it's Falcons under deep, heavy pressure.
That seemed like the better option there, with a defender ready to defend your shot and unable to put more momentum on it. Zen got his own boost.
Good pop
Zen will take the ball. Only 16 though. 50 straight down. As Exotic will get demoed. Stizzy, turn back. Falcons get the boost steal. Looking for a bump. Zen won't even get touched. And now he'll move right back down the field here for Vitality. Off the ceiling, they rip it away from him. Rebound to Exotic, double tap, missed it. Stizzy will keep the ball in play. It looked like a juicy one there for Exotic, but he couldn't connect.
You just said it, Jorby. That's the key, keeping the ball in play. You might not get the follow-up off the backboard, but if you can hold on to pressure, it's just going to dwindle away at the resources of Team Falcons. Exotic from the ceiling. Every single chance is looking more and more threatening from this orange squad that's swarming.
Falcons couldn't win any boost there. They got it stolen, but Rlcs, the only one with boost, buys a little bit of time for Trolley and Killers to get some small pads. And finally, a canister spawns for Trolley. Zen trying to chase him out of the play. Exotic sits underneath him, gets out one. It rips out hard to the left side, Zen will chase.
Instead, actually, he passes back, and look at the touch from Trolley. It's just a huge clear to the other side, giving away possession. I think Falcons are under a lot of pressure, panicking on defense. They just want to relieve this onslaught that Vitality have set up.
Zen needs to buy time. Does do exactly that, but Stizzy's in a tough spot. He turned upfield with 37 boost there. That high bounce doesn't allow him to go, but Vitality protect their corner boost. Trolley with a lot of boost himself. Try to get something going. Killers get the first 50. Trolley will demo and take Vitality's boost. Starting to look decent here for Falcons, but a little pinch from Zen. Doesn't matter. Trolley gets the ball. Wow. Forces it right back to the corner.
Shot on
Fired in, denied, right into Exotic.
I'm just thinking, what more do Team Falcons have to do? They're taking boost, they're getting demos. It's still not enough. But maybe this is enough for Exotic. Past two players. Trolley got on Stizzy. Wanted to muscle it through.
It is full panic mode. Red alert for Falcons. Another shot denied. The scoreboard lighting up. Demo, shots, saves. All in a second. As Stizzy takes the ball away on the 50. 10 boost to spare. No problem!
Paved the way for Stizzy. Exotic just doing all that work. And Stizzy can let it roll in gracefully. Vitality, match point, 37 seconds, and they're in the lead.
Fitting for Exotic to be the one to get the demo. He had set up so many plays. He had held so much pressure for Vitality, and now 30 seconds separate them from a victory here.
Good pass. Trolley
shot off the bar, and the defender was there anyway. Killers with a little bit of space.
Oh, look at the space.
A little bit of boost. Low 50 shot. Denied again. Exotic pulling through.
There's always a player on the goal line. Vitality. It doesn't matter if you demo them, take their boost. They're gonna find a way. And with 6 seconds left, they might just pave a way to the playoff.
Killers drops it down, but Vitality have just been too tough.
Is that it? Is that it, Torby?
Shots too high. It's Zen. He gets it off. Exotic puts it up. Ball still in the air.
They're gonna pop it.
Rlcs denied by Stizzy. Stizzy puts it down. Vitality win. This is their city.
This is Zen's home turf, Boston. He's been here before, he's conquered it, and he's here to do it again. Vitality, your first team making it to the semifinals. Jorby, what a series to start it out.
Man, tight, 1-goal games, 3 overtimes in a 6-game series. Falcons almost making a 0-second try of it to stay alive there, but they get knocked down in this game. And Vitality, again, we talked about it at the start. The hardest schedule in the group stage. You're in the toughest group. You come out, you have to play Falcons, who came out recovered really well after playing Furia, losing to Furia, beating GK in 4, and really had some great games in this match. Vitality still come out the victors.
This was not a flat Team Falcons by any means. It was not extremely one-sided. Vitality had to work on the defense, but I mean, this is what the stats, what the casters, what the analysts, what I'm sure everybody watching at home has witnessed throughout all of the Boston Major. Vitality, it seems like they can do no wrong on the defense. They've got it locked and loaded. Then you push to the offense, and if you're giving Zen any space, they'll make use of it. But Stizzy, my goodness, definitely been my MVP. But Exotic in those last few games too on the goal line. This is truly a three-headed beast.
Exotic,
who could take him down.
Exotic, an excellent Neo Tokyo. Stizzy, an excellent couple of games, and Zen all over the place in this one. Vitality start the playoffs with a bang against Falcons. Let's go down the leaf and talk to Vitality.
That's right, Boston, the hometown hero, Vitality. Zen, I just gotta ask, there were some miracles that happened last time you were in Boston. How does it feel to be back?
Alors Zen, déjà, on peut le dire, la dernière fois que tu es venu ici, déjà des miracles se sont passés, hein, grande victoire. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Pourquoi Boston?
First of all, Boston, I'm in you, and I'm there for winning, bro. No, but non, mais je pense qu'en vrai, je sais pas, je pense vraiment le travail il paye. Je sais pas comment dire, tous les efforts qu'on met, c'est juste, ça paye. C'est vraiment que le travail. Et je suis vraiment très content et j'espère aller gagner ça pour Rado, Alpha et voilà.
Yeah, to be fair, it's just, work is finally paying off, it's finally just, grinding as much as possible. And I would like to, make it to grand final, win it, and even, for Alpha and Radozin, of course.
Absolutely. Zen, at the beginning of the series, when there was a timeout right away, you guys looked like you were having fun. Did that maintain throughout the series, or was there a moment where you said, we need to lock in because the Falcons were keeping you guys on the edge?
C'est vrai que si on regarde au courant de la série, surtout au moment où il y a eu le premier time-out, vous avez l'air d'être très décontractés, tranquilles entre vous. Est-ce que finalement ce côté très chill, très posé, il a duré tout au long de la série?
C'est juste que je suis avec des teammates, c'est des rigolos. Du coup, forcément, on essaie un peu de détendre l'atmosphère, pas trop penser au match et d'être surtout confiant et de rien avoir dans le crâne, quoi.
So yeah, it's just, my teammates are really great lads, really funny lads, and I think it really helped us also to not have the pressure, rising up, just keeping the things down, just staying chill, and basically that's what happened. We stayed calm, having fun through the whole series, and it paid off.
And I wanted to ask about that pressure too, because first off, the pressure of trying to win in Boston again, but also knowing that you have that second life, does that help you guys when it comes to a series like this to chill out, or do you forget about that?
Alors c'est vrai que si on regarde là au final Boston, toi tu connais très bien, tout s'est très bien passé la dernière fois. Est-ce que aussi le fait de jouer en sachant que vous aviez une deuxième vie, vu que vous étiez dans le upper bracket, est-ce que ça aide aussi à aborder la série de manière un peu plus décontractée, un peu plus tranquille?
Je pense déjà que oui, ça aide. Tu sais que si tu fais une petite glissade, tu es toujours là derrière. Du coup, c'est très avantageux pour nous et du coup, je suis très content. Mais il faut aussi dire que le crowd est, comme d'habitude, ici à Ganis Arena, c'est juste incroyable et merci les gars.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely helps, knowing you have a second life. But also I have to say that the crowd here is really nice. Thank you very much, everyone. Everyone at Aganis Arena is always really nice for us to play here. So thank you very much, guys, as well. It helped us, definitely.
Hey, let's keep that energy going for the hometown heroes, Zen and Team Vitality.
This series was even as it could possibly be until we got to Game 5, and then Vitality took control, advances in the upper bracket. They have a top 4 finish guaranteed. We'll see them play on Championship Sunday. What a performance.
Man, credit both teams too on defense. Both teams were insane. No team scored 3 goals in any of those games, and we saw the physical play by both teams. When they had to score, it was they had to take someone off that line. Both teams playing exceptional defense, both teams being so aggressive on the offensive side, but at the end of the day, Vitality kept Falcons in their half, and no one does that. Falcons play so much offense. We talk about the offensive pressure that they normally build. Vitality did the complete opposite, held the ball on the offensive side way more than Falcons. Huge win for them.
Oh, it was a massive win. And of course, like we had talked about before, that all eyes, or most, were on Exotic to see if he could step up. And Zen gave us the same performance we expected. Stizzy, all the way around, incredible. The fact that this team is coming together in the way we were hoping for is such a great sign for their top 4 run.
Listen, I mean, Boston, if you're not entertained, I mean, you better get entertained now, because that series was nothing short of incredible. We had a little bit of tech balls early. Took a little while to get into it. But once we did, I mean, both teams came to play. We talked about defense. It was even on that end, but offensively, Vitality outshot Falcons by 20 shots.
No one does that.
20 shots
No
in
one
the
does that
series.
for Falcons.
It was 69 to 49. That is an incredible difference. And I am starting to believe it. I think Monkey Moon really loves Dickie's Arena, and I'm starting to believe Zen really loves the Games Arena.
Yes, he does. And honestly, fun little tidbit, but like Zen's hair's a little curly right now. It's reminiscing the perm. This play style is reminiscing the old 2023 Boston. I mean, look at this one right here. The pass from Exotic to Zen, it's old school Vitality.
And we saw like long overtimes as well. A lot of overtimes going pretty long. Like the defense on both sides was just so good. I love to see the physical play. And it was just Vitality finally took over just a bit. Exotic in the last 2 games was fantastic. He was the hero in Game 6. He was the hero in Game 5 as well. And again, this is a Vitality where we always talk about Zen this or Zen that. Exotic really showed up in both those late games.
It could not have been a more even first 4 games. It was 6 goals to 6 goals with 7 minutes of overtime. But notably, those two overtimes that went over 3 minutes, Vitality won both of them, finding a way to clutch up when the games are going long like that, and it may take you far here in the tournament. I felt like it was incredible to see Gibbs Vitality step up and play all 3 phases well, all 3 players well. It felt like to me this was a Falcons letting off the gas a little bit, not quite being there. I felt like I saw a few mistakes from both the Twins as well, like just bad rotations, going up for aerials and just straight up missing. There was a few defensive mistakes that cost the game.
There was a little bit of nerves, I think, but at the same time, it was Vitality playing great defense. So Vitality just controlled the pace of play, and Falcons are just not used to that as well. So maybe it kind of threw them for a loop.
I mean, the stats that you look at them is very reminiscent when Falcons played Furia. They didn't score that much. They still had a lot of demos, though. I think Falcons averaged about 5.6 demos per game in this series, which is incredible. That means you're usually playing offense or you're creating at least enough chaos to give yourself offensive chances, but it simply isn't coming to fruition for the Falcons, and that's make me scratch my head a little bit. I mean, I'm not talking about metaphorically, I'm talking about physically, because that's a little bit worrisome for Falcons because you expect them to constantly have that offensive firepower going.
And now, to be fair, though, that was a great match by both of those teams. Like, Falcons are not out of this tournament yet. They're going to the lower bracket, but based on that matchup, I would say they're still a top 4 team. And if they play it again, it's going to be incredibly close. So Falcons are not out of it, but we'll see tomorrow.
Lower side of the bracket there, they'll face off against the winner of Shopify Rebellion versus the Ninjas in Pajamas, which is great. We've now set up a green side of the bracket, so whoever wins the bottom of the bracket is the best green team here. We've got 3 more matches to go, and you hear some fans in the building getting excited because the reigning, defending Rocket League champions of the world, NRG, are taking to the stage to get set up for their match. It's upcoming here, Herc. We're excited about it.
Oh my gosh, I am so stoked about this one, mainly just because the Gentlemans have had such a fun performance so far, right? We've gotten to see a new level of Archie like we talked about earlier that we haven't seen in a minute, but also NRG is on that come up. They were kind of shaky for some time there, and then they won Worlds, and everybody was still questioning because somehow they didn't win or participate really in the first open, and then came back and we're like, oh, sorry, we were just a little off for a bit, but we're back on land.
They're back. They are inevitable. They're in the building, and they're ready to continue to defend that title, folks. 1 match down, 3 left to go, folks. It's going to be a good one. You won't want to miss it. NRG is coming up after this.
Oh, looks like you're backing up a bit here. Okay, Luann? Is there a Luann in the house?
Remember, you don't work here. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Luann going once.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents,
Luann?
but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Sorry.
Luann!
Don't hold back, cause you woke up in the morning with initiative to move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. Galvanize.
Trajectory and balance look good. You're confirmed to go for orbit.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
Book your trip at meetboston.com.
Hey.
Good day, lads.
Crikey.
Reynolds looks a little bit different. Crikey. Is that
Beautiful in my
Australia?
opinion.
What? Anyways, I think the fellas look good in Boston. We had to, dress for the part. Fantastic series.
Oh, to
so
start it off,
far.
it's beautiful. When is it not? Always a good one.
What did you think about that last series?
Well
good
said.
enough for
Well
me?
said.
Yeah, right. Well said.
Absolutely. We like that from
The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas at Taco Bell. You can't get just one. And no, that's not some marketing hyperbole about how much you'll obsess over the slow roasted chicken, crisp bacon, and avocado ranch sauce. They come in twos. You literally can't order just one. The new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas at Taco Bell.
5 hours into a stream and I still smell Unstoppable. Have you tried Unstoppable's scent boosters? Unstoppables is my laundry power-up for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so now I can confidently smell fresh from all-day streams to IRL game nights. Level up your laundry game.
Jake, battery's dead.
Oh! I've got light khaki, khaki and red, red and khaki and khaki khaki.
Khaki, khaki.
And I'll take the Jake.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Mixed gravy bursts. Cloudtopia Cheek and Lip Mousse gives a pigmented, blurred look. From Maybelline, New York.
I want to be rich. Wishing for more money? All you need is your phone. No. Go to Geico, get a quote, and you could save $900 with your phone.
Look at that, it's ringing.
It feels good to save some coin. It feels good to Geico.
Every time we drive, we're putting everything we love out on the road. And that's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
The all-new Subaru Outback, built to achieve the highest safety ratings possible. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get special offers from the best overall and most reliable auto brand during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Holy smokes! You don't look so good, boss.
Tell me about it. It's a real inferno down here, and I'm burnt out.
Here, try a Red Bull. It's devilishly good.
Red Bull? Oh, that tastes heavenly. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Wings? Wings? I can't have wings. Not in my position.
Red Bull gives you wings.
DJ, we're leaving.
Is my old spice in there?
I think I'm gonna stay.
So that means I'll never see you again.
Dad?
Boy, I'm talking to my old spice, not you.
Mom, I've tried everything.
Night is young. We'll see where the day takes
Gonna go
us.
diving in the harbor, try to find some of
As
that
long as I got some
250-year-old tea.
As long as we got some good tea, man, I think we'll be totally fine. And we're in Boston, might as well.
And then, so what happens after that? We got GK for the match after that?
Yeah, the lowers.
Yeah.
What is
GK
it?
versus Carmine.
Is that what it is? GK Carmine Court? We can
double check it.
Then we
Let me
got
just double check
Shopify as
that.
well. We will check. Well, Michelin, man, are you having fun today? I'll tell you what, you look fantastic. You look absolutely fantastic.
You're looking good today.
Oh,
can tell you put a stash on.
he likes the hair. He likes the hair. Thank you, Michelin. man.
K-Corp, PK, and
K-Corp,
IP
PK.
Rebellion. Yep. It's crazy because 2 of those teams are going to be eliminated by the end of today.
Yeah.
Right?
Somebody's got to go, though. You know
Of
what
course.
I mean? Not everybody can make it. There's a lot of great teams here. Somebody's got to go. Who do you guys think is going to go? Today, that is.
I honestly, I think I predicted Carmine Corp to win the whole thing in my prediction video.
That's not crazy to say.
Things have
That's
flipped,
not
though,
crazy.
because Vitality is back.
right? I think Vitality's back in
And they
full
beat
form
Karmine Corp for what, the first time in years?
11
It's
series,
been a minute.
I believe it
11
was.
series. That's insane.
Yeah.
But maybe that gives Karmine Corp a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, right?
Could
Maybe
be.
they want to get back.
Thing is, so much of it just depends on how you play tomorrow. Like, if you make it through tomorrow, if you are on your game tomorrow, you have a chance of winning the whole thing.
Karmine Corp is a Sunday team. They are a Sunday team.
Okay, how about NIP and Shopify? The new Shopify.
I think that's a pretty even match.
I agree.
If that's the final match of the day, I think that very well could be a Game 7
Hit
as
the
well.
thinker.
Thinker? So are we getting mogged right now by the Michelin Man? Is that frame mogged? Is that what that's called?
Getting frame mogged by the Michelin Man.
I think Jinxie knows something about frame mogging, I hear.
Yeah.
He made a comment about that, oddly enough.
I don't think we need to bring that up
No?
on the main broadcast.
You sure?
No.
Okay.
I don't need to relive that.
All right, well, we've got a good one coming up. Our home favorites, NRG versus the Gentlemates. I'm really excited for it. Do we think we're going to have any standout players, standout performances specifically?
I feel like any one of the NRG players on any given day can just be the best player in the world.
Yeah,
I think that's what makes them so strong. And
That's a good point.
you see the trust, especially after playing with each other for 2 years, where they'll let each other take the ball. They'll fake for each other. They know exactly what they're capable of, so they'll pre-jump each other, stuff like that. And I back my boy Daniel.
Fair.
I back Daniel.
Fair. Michelin Man, your thoughts?
He said he really has been looking at Nass recently. He says that Nass has been having a good tournament.
He knows ball. This guy gets
He's
it.
been having fun. He's been utilizing the have fun meta, dude. Every time I see Nass in tournament, he's just a bundle of joy, man.
He is, man.
He has not stopped smiling.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me sad for my boy Wavy because he's kind of just a bundle of joy.
He is.
You know, shout out to Virtus. We're rooting on those guys, but yeah, Wavy and a few other guys in the Rocket League community that are just so happy. Just happy to be here.
Yeah.
You know,
Good eggs.
Dude,
gotta love him.
He was spamming his emote wheel yesterday after that
I can only
series.
imagine if they won what we would have done. Because he hit that when they lost.
Yeah, we lost out on some really quality dance moves from Wavy, unfortunately. But hey, maybe we'll see him from a different guy. Maybe Nosh. Maybe Nosh hits a little
Nass
jig.
hits the Nass would hit a 6-7.
Oh, yeah, you think so? I feel like you just want everyone to hit
Vatira
it.
too, for
Vatira
sure.
already has.
Yeah.
We'll see it again.
Oh, several times. He was doing that at the kickoff land, actually.
Oh, he loves it. He lives for that, honestly. That's actually the only reason he's here, so he can hit a 6-7.
So he can hit a 6-7, of course, of course.
Hey, well, really quick, I think all the people back home want to hear what this crowd have to say about this event. Are you guys excited to be here? That's not loud enough. Guys, we got to do better than that. Are you excited to be here? Hey, let's show all those lovely viewers from the EU that the North American crowds come to play to. One more time. Are you excited to be here? There we go.
I like that.
It's a little bit better.
That's a yes.
All of their hair just turned a little bit more towards powdered wig.
Yes.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could
They're
tell.
feeling very American today.
Yeah. I think after this, as a post-RLCS show, we just go dump some tea in the harbor.
We could.
That's what I've been waiting for. We just got to find some good tea, man.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely. Well, fellas, I hope if you are in the building, you've been enjoying Boston. If you're at home, I hope you've been enjoying the event so far. We have 3 more best of 7s coming up. They are going to be good.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited, baby. We got 3 more.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Peace out.
The action continues here in Boston as the best 8 Rocket League teams in the world compete for the title of major champion. The Falcons will have to look to the lower bracket quarterfinals tomorrow to continue their story. Vitality's already into the top 4. Zen continuing his story where it all began. Welcome back to Boston. We've got some great Rocket League coming up for you guys here. One more match in the upper quarterfinals where everything to gain, nothing to lose. You drop to the lowers if you lose that one, and you get to the top 4 if you win. But then we move on to the lower brackets, and it's everything on the line. You lose, you go home.
Exactly. You don't want to be in that position. That's why you work so hard in the groups to get to the upper bracket, so you can have the extra life, but mainly also so then if you win, you could then just skip on over to the top 4 and be comfortable. And that's what NRG or Gentlemates want to pull off.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where they get that true test, because you could probably argue their group stage compared to other groups wasn't as challenging. NRG and even Gentlemates maybe potentially compared to the Group C and Group D, I believe. I mean, it definitely is going to be a test for both of them to really see how they look. Whoever is going to make it to those top 4 spots is going to earn it.
Listen, I'll tell you this though, man. You can only play who's in front of you. I don't want to hear this nonsense. No narratives about which group's easier. It's about getting the job done. No, listen, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I understand what you're listen, I noticed a lot of yapping probably somewhere around the world of players saying NRG's too easy. Nah, you only can play who's in front of you, and that's why both of these teams are right here. Upper bracket round number 1. And listen, if they can follow up that Falcons Vitality game right there, ooh-wee.
Hey, I'm just saying, we already have one European team in the top 4. It could be all 4.
It could be. It could be. We're about to find out, folks. It's time for the next match of the day.
It's time to put one more team into the top 4. Introducing first on the blue side, representing Europe, the class of Group D, with the green suits watching all around the world. Give a warm welcome to Gentlemen!
So Stacks asked Boston to give the Gentlemates a warm welcome. And that welcome was pretty toasty here, but I don't think it's really as much about who the Gentlemates are as much as who they're playing.
I could definitely see that, but for the Gentlemates, of course they know they're not in familiar territory, but that is not going to stop that man right there. Large Oscar from Din said he's been in enemy territory plenty of times. He's been having a great land so far here in Boston. Now he just needs to keep it up. And this guy right here, if he gets activated, big game changer, Archie.
Oh, absolutely. And if you want to learn Rocket League, just watch his replays from his point of view. He's not too flashy. He does what he needs to do. But on the complete opposite side, it's Nas, who has all flash. If he's in the air, all 3 members of Energy are going to have to play defense.
Yeah, Nas just part of that 1v1 pipeline. He is really building the mechanics, really becoming sensational with the ball, and now he's becoming a better threes player. Basically, and I recall about the second, third season of RLCS. Played a decent RLCS World Championship last year with Oski. They had Archie, who finished 3rd, 4th over in Lyon, and now they're looking really good. Already being Carmi, and already went 3-0.
They even won an off-season LAN as well.
They sure did, and I think they beat Carmi in that one as well.
They are the reigning European regional champs. On the other side, a bigger title waits.
And introducing their opponents, on the orange side, representing the USA, they are the reigning Rookie